Yeah, he went on there. He attacked foundational Black Americans. He attacked me. Called me loony. Said I was the wackest one, brand Nubian. One point he said the foundational Black authority, or he said whoever those brokers are, right? So that got me to thinking, right? First of all, a lot of people who are not necessarily intellectually astute or intellectually muscular will often resort to, name calling. People of this era love to just talk about their money and, oh, you're broke. And, they try to equate it almost into intelligence, but really it's not. But it got me to thinking, right? Fat Joe has an album out right now. And just like how the Democratic Party kind of expected foundational Black Americans to just support it just because, I think Fat Joe thinks that although he has a gripe with foundational Black Americans, I think he believes that we're going to go out there and support his new venture like we've done in the past. Well, people, I think it's time that we decide who the president's going to be. We decide who sits at the cool table and who doesn't. I feel that all foundational Black Americans should boycott Fat Joe's new album. I believe, and believe all Puerto Ricans should go out and support it. That being said, I'd like to see how well it does.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
they knocked the slick blaster. Dick Dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mixed master Isaac. And living the true gods, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hope might get your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right. We are here once again. Welcome to the beatzillapdx official show. I am your host, beatzillapdx officially, and this is the weekly wrap-up live. And hopefully everybody is doing well on this Saturday afternoon or evening, wherever you may be. As you are coming into this live, please hit that like button, share this out on your social media, subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already. If you're watching on X, come on over here to the YouTube channel and subscribe to beatzillapdx official on YouTube. And so also, if you would like to support this channel even further, you can do so by hitting the join button and joining this channel and becoming a member. And with that being said, might do a little something today, seeing how today goes, seeing how long we run. Might bring up some members if they want to come up. But as that, you see how we are starting. You will see what we are talking about today. Fat Sloppy Joe. I'm sure all of you have heard and seen his video with his disdain for foundational Black Americans, Freedmen. And obviously, we're just going to cover a whole bunch of anti-foundational Black American aid today. Why? Well, because we have delineated. I seen something that was talking about key words that they wanted to get out of their feed. FBA, and ADOS, Black First, and cosplaying, and all of these different words they were muting, right? When I seen that, I had to say, okay, well, you can mute them. The problem is, you can still be deported. And I don't think enough of y'all understand this truth. Now, Fat Joe, of course, he is undeportable because he's from a conquered territory of America, so technically he's an American citizen. Born in Puerto Rico, as I believe, which means that his people did not vote. Funny. Then he's over there hobnobbing with the Democrats. They failed miserably. And no shade to my New York folks out there that are tuning in, but as soon as this dude came out to open for the Yankees, well, we see how that worked out. He was not a good luck charm. Matter of fact, he was an albatross around his team's neck. And some actually probably say, and I've heard said that Mr. Crooked Leg is jinxed. He was a jinx to the New York Yankees. Another fun fact about him is all of his hits are features. So either it is Big Pun or it's Remy Ma. And Remy Ma might not be looking so favorable in the family's eyes right now. So trying to fall back on her might not be the best time for that. So I guess he figured, hey, let's just pick a fight with FBA. And see, what he doesn't understand is when you have bad publicity with us, we ain't them folks. And we absolutely respond different. And it's not until usually people end up having to watch the repo man and the tax man come through that they realize, damn, I should not have pissed them Black folks off. The Asians learn real quick during COVID. Oh, these blacks are attacking us. Okay, we ain't gonna fool with your restaurants and stores no more. Oh my God. So yeah, we're gonna get into it tonight, family. So as you are coming in, again, hit that like button. And if you're over there on X, come over here to the YouTube channel and subscribe to the beatzillapdx official YouTube channel. Now, with that being said, let's see who we got up in here so far. We have Scylla T in the building. Welcome, Scylla T. Appreciate you. Simply Sandra in the building. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here and being a member. Judah Yisrael in the building. B1, B1, B1. Yes, indeed. Always a pleasure to see you, my good sister. Thank you for being here and also being a member, and tell your mother happy belated birthday. And RBJ in the building. Black First. Yes, indeed, from South Carolina. Salute to you, my brother. Thank you for being here. Brian Henderson, another South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina. That's what's up. Man, shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all for being here. And hey, man, I've been following y'all Lady Gamecocks down there. Y'all got a hell of a squad down there. They only lost one game and people lost their minds. But if y'all want to see why women's basketball is as entertaining as it is, y'all better check out some NCAA basketball. It's pure sport without all the BS. And you got girls like 6'2" touching rims. Girls under 6 feet grabbing rims. Like we got some cold athletes in our midst nowadays. Got girls jumping out the gym. It's crazy. Gregory Robinson, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Keep Prince in the building. Good to see you in here. Keep Prince, thank you. And thank you for being a member. Always a pleasure to have you in the building. And you said, as a New Yorker, Sloppy Joe can go to hell. I know that's right. Breeze Omega, what's going on? Salute. Yes, indeed. Salute, my brother. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. USC and UConn tonight, man. That's another thing. Thank you for bringing that up. Juju-wise, ain't that, man, to start comparing Juju to Caitlin Clark isn't right. Y'all was doing that all last year. Cut it out. Cut it out. Fraudsters. Oh, man, and Paige, man, stop it. There's no reason to compare them to Caitlin Clark. Stop. Stop it. She already getting on Caitlin Clark's records in less games. And let's just keep it a buck. One could clearly be on front of a magazine. Which one you think I'm talking about? Man, that's going to be a good game. That is going to be a good game. So if y'all are fans of NCAA women basketball, that is going to be a good game. Yeah, Ashlyn Watkins squared straight up with lined it up and straight dunked it like a dude. I mean, man, women's basketball is an exciting sport, and it is really getting the recognition it deserves. Know the background. Thank you. We're doing something new. Wanted to change it up, and when did the green screen thing, so we figured, okay, well let's try and see what this looks like, and I like it. I definitely like it. Yes, indeed. And Breeze, UConn don't have. I was like, oh, so you can, it's going to be a tough one. That's going to be a tough one. I don't think they completely, I wouldn't expect no blowout or nothing. And truth be told, it's why we, what they say, why we play the game, why they play. Anything can happen on any given day. And this is going into Christmas. I don't know. Seen some things happen in sports that, on paper for sure. I'm just saying, that Boy, I don't know what the hell it is when it happens and everything look right on paper and one of them days just don't go right. I mean, I'm a Portland Trailblazer, a long-standing Portland Trailblazer fan. Trust that. I know exactly what that looked like. That's just strong, though. She beasting. Yes, she is. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think the first story we gonna talk about. Actually, let me get this out the way. The Congressional Black Caucus has a new leader. They just love these Caribbeans, don't they? See, there's a reason. Are you noticing who's actually upset with foundational Black Americans right now? Are you guys peeping who actually is upset? Fat Joe is by himself like, man, all my friends can get deported. Fat Joe and everybody else, you guys ain't from New York. You don't know nothing and this and that. America was built by the people of this lineage. And simply put,
you shouldn't have been talking shit.
So now let's see another person who has no focus on Black America while making their career off of Black Americans.
Very much, Mr. Chairman. Greetings and good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see you all on this very historic and momentous occasion. I'm Congresswoman Yvette D. Clarke, and I proudly represent New York's 9th District in the United States Congress. I'm also honored to share this moment with you and announce that my colleagues have just recently elected me by acclamation to take the reins of the prestigious caucus as its chair in the 119th session of Congress. I'm grateful to my colleagues, and I know we have a long road ahead, but I'm ready to lead the caucus toward a pathway.
What are the odds that now they're making her the chair of the Black Caucus, and she's also co-chair of the Caribbean Black Caucus? Amazing coincidence, huh? This is crazy. This is crazy right here. So, yeah, something else we got to pay attention to.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. My colleagues have just recently elected me by acclamation to take the reins of the prestigious caucus as its chair in the 119th session of Congress. I'm grateful to my colleagues, and I know we have a long road ahead, but I'm ready to lead the caucus toward a pathway a pathway forward. Well, I mean, we've already begun circulating letters concerning mass deportations and whatever this administration can do in its waning days to undergird their temporary protected status, defer.
Ma'am, you just sat up there and said you were about to be the chair of the Congressional Black Caucus, and your first order of business that you are talking about is getting in the way of mass deportations. Black Americans cannot be deported. The very first thing in order of business. Yeah. These people got to go, man. These people absolutely have got to go. The first thing that she gonna do is talk about preventing mass deportation. So what the hell do we care? We're from the group of people who cannot be deported. I don't understand that. Turn that light off. That does not need to be that bright. All right. They're lower. Okay. So this is what happens when you put tethers in positions and put all of this flat blackness, because now as a flat blackness, what is she trying to do? She's over here trying to undergird these well, shit, not just the Caribbean, but all of these illegals that just came into this country. So again, still trying to further the Democratic agenda to flood the zone against us. Nah, man, I don't think so. I ain't buying that brand.
Departure policies. We understand that particularly across this nation, you have blended families. Someone in that family may be a citizen, the other person may be a resident, the other person may be in between status, without status.
What? Family. Any of y'all got anybody in y'all household who could be deported? Considering how we're all foundational Black Americans, who? Well, we have blended families. What are you talking about? These people who just came here in the last 3 years have blended families? What are you talking about? No, these folks do not and I guess we also need to make it known that they do not represent us. In the Mix Radio, what's going on? St. Louis in the house. Yes, indeed. And Warrior Cherub. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Man, these folks is something else, ain't they? Nightbot on the job. Salute, Nightbot. Man, let's hear more of this madness.
The breaking up of families on its face is anti-American. We've seen this administration.
The breaking up of families of itself is anti-American when they absolutely are responsible for the crime bill that destroyed a bunch of Black American families. This is shameful. This is not only shameful, it's incredibly anti-Black.
However, not turn its back away from separating families. And so we have to get out front and center to say that we don't tolerate it and to build common cause across this nation. Because indeed,
we don't have a common cause because we're not deportable.
This nation is in for a rude awakening should this mass deportation plan go into effect. Not only does it affect our humanity, it affects just about everything that impacts our way of life. And we will see that in short order should this mass deportation plan go into effect.
And the replacement of Native Black Americans continues. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Boy, these people have zero love for Black Americans, man. Can't trust these folks at all, folks. At all. You understand me? Wow. So that's their agenda. That is their agenda. And they'll get out there and be like, oh, no, it'll negatively impact Black America. No. No, ma'am, it will not. The fear-mongering is crazy. The fear-mongering part is just ridiculous to me. I don't understand. Oh, Lord. So, we also lost a baseball legend. I'll come back to that because I need to got this story marked. But back to my home. Ricky Henderson. So rest in peace, Ricky Henderson, and condolences to his family. One of the Black baseball players, of my childhood that I remember. One of the greatest of all time. So salute to him, rest in peace, and condolences to his family. Black American sports icon like Reggie Jackson. And you know what's cool about them brothers too? They don't talk that Democratic BS either. I really respect that about those that class. They don't let you think that, we got treated all well and all good. No, they tell you how they really got treated, and they don't bite their tongue about it. And I greatly appreciate that. So salute to that. That whole genre of athletes, that will come out here and tell you that these folks wasn't treating them right. I definitely appreciate that. They don't come up, oh, man, there's some good ones. Stop it. David Boyd in the building, Bronx, New York in the house. Black, foundational Black American, not a Puerto Rican. And again, nothing wrong with Puerto Ricans. But you know, it's funny too. I mean, knowing like how some Puerto Ricans were so removed from American culture. And then you got like the Fat Joe and all of these New Yorkers trying to act like being in New York is some kind of pass on being nationally Black, because everything that they are saying hip hop is, it's still based on everything of Black culture. There is no Puerto Rican culture or Caribbean culture in that. It's funny. And I see people post the scene of Radio Raheem and the Puerto Ricans from Do the Right Thing. And people are like, oh man, you gonna use a movie? That's just how life was. Like, okay, let's go back to Beat Street. There was a Puerto Rican dance crew in Beat Street. We already knew Puerto Ricans were there. But do you understand what you're doing when you're in a dance troupe? You're dancing to a system that already exists. The foundation of that was already laid, clearly made. And so now you have all of these people, they upset, they mad at the documentaries, Mike Check and Brother Dwan B's Bigger Than Hip Hop. They don't like the fact that you getting these documentaries with true hip hop pioneers in them, telling you who was creation of this music. And as far as who I would call Uncle Yoki, George Clinton, him and James Brown are the fathers of the genre to which you guys seem to be claiming so tough. When we opened for Funkadelic last, I can't recall any Puerto Ricans around George Clinton. Not his son, not his nephew, not his daughter. No Puerto Ricans. Just the funk. Just simply the funk. Or Kid Funkadelic. These are people, that's somebody who, his number's in my phone right now. These are funk pioneers that are the pioneers of hip hop. For those who didn't know, I also fronted the brand Pleasure, who also is in that sampling mix, because these are old R&B music, like Nate Phillips. People know these bass lines. Yeah, that's American, foundational Black American funk. Yes, that also goes to show, sidebar, people actually, yeah, he's Latino. You idiot. Check my resume, genius. Jeez. Anyway, do another story. To another story, because we'll get back to Fat Joe. We're going to get back to Fat Joe. But first, we got to talk about casting your pearls before swine. And we actually have to go back to one of my last broadcasts when I talked about Miss France, who is from Martinique. And she just recently won. Miss France, of course, you know, that's a territory of Martinique is a territory of France. And I just couldn't help but notice how all of these people were so jilted on the on X. And so somebody actually wrote a little story, and this is pretty funny. This is this is funny. And the reason why I have pearly things up here, and that's why I say casting your pearls before swine when they're one and the same. The thing about it is she made a post and she was asking her MAGA friends, you know, I'm sure probably the other crew that says they shower like once a month. She was asking them what they thought about her. And I said, oh, wow. You know, that's funny that a below zero would actually be asking people to rate this black woman who actually is 34. So she's not only Black Miss France, but she's also the oldest. And then Pearlie looks like this. Now, she did have to be honest with herself, like, I probably wouldn't rate. Oh, you're absolutely factual about that, sweetheart. But nonetheless, the fact that, you know, everybody who's DEI, and oh my God, we're losing everything. It's the blonde against blonde conspiracy, dude. Listen to this. MAGA boasted Trump effect fixed beauty pageants. Now they are fuming over Miss France. DEI was gone in November. Now it's back. Some right-wingers online are raging about the new Miss France, who is Black. Many of the angry posts have strong racial undertones as critics attribute the win solely to DEI, the diversity, equity, and inclusion framework that have long been demonized by the right. Simply because, so that you know, with their whole thinking of this DEI crap, it basically supports the idea that there are never any qualified non-whites. Right? Because, oh man, it must be at what point is it not DEI when it's not somebody non-white? Because I don't see the instance. I always hear a bunch of crying from a bunch of people who probably showered last month. I mean, if you think Pearlie things even wash her hands when she walk out the bathroom, you got to be kidding. I live in Portland, Oregon. Let me tell you something, boy. You lucky if this woman's showering a week. You lucky if this woman's showering a week. I bet you every time you see this broad in the morning, her hair is dry. I live in Portland, Oregon, baby. Anybody want to try me? I know y'all. Tell me this female washes her hands. She probably one of them like the other ones. I don't trust anybody that washes their hands. Super spreader. Here's a good way of not getting sick. Don't be a nasty POS. Anyway, you need to go get jabbed. You guys, no, just wash your damn hands. And take a bath every day. We got to stop spreading sickness. Get your ass in the shower. And use soap and a rag. Anyway, let's go on to read. In which many on the right thought they have defeated with President-elect Donald Trump's 2024 victory. Flight attendant Angelique Garni Philippon, 34, was crowned the winner on Saturday after representing the French Caribbean island of Martinique. Her win followed a 2022 rule change that permitted women over the age of 24 to compete. After accepting the award, French media reported her saying she was representing Martinique, its diaspora, as well as all the women who were once told it was too late. But many right-wingers declaring that she did not deserve to win based on images of her and the runner-ups. I showed you those pictures too. That's subjective. And that sister's natural beauty won. She just simply won on herself. Nothing major. Just simply won on herself. And she's 34. How old is Pearly Things? How old is Pearly Things? Because that woman's 34. What, Pearly Things, is she even 30? When you hit 34 and start looking like a burlap sack, the hatred is real. And again, that goes back to, like we were talking about, the image issue. Because this is, again, why do you think they upset? Oh, well, it's DEI. She's 34. Pearly Things is probably not even 30. Just by judging the fact that she still looks like she's in her 30s. So she's probably 20 something, right? You know, by just judging by the late 30s appearance, I'd say maybe late 20s. Right? Anyway, going on. Go ahead, call me racist. Miss France is pathetic. A pathetic DEI excuse, and her runner-ups are way hotter. One person on X claimed, I refuse to stroke someone's ego for the sake of political correctness. That's how you spread the woke mind virus. Here is Naomi Seep. Yeah, that's who she was. Now, let me, hold on. I remember seeing this. Let me show you. Let me get this picture in here. Political correctness. Shut up. Let me see. Here. So I thought I had that picture of the runner-ups too. Where's that? Let me see. Because I had those pictures in here, right? Where we at? Okay, here's one. Here, runner-ups. Shit. Sorry. She's still prettier. Oh my goodness. I mean, man, you talk. Who's upset? White women. Because that was a white woman with that last post. Oh, D woke mind virus. Oh, God. Here's another one. Objectively speaking, the runner-ups in Miss France are prettier than Miss France herself. Judge someone else. It's so sad to see how every country plays the woke card, hoping it will make them win the contest. This is no different than a DEI hire. There's more. Was Miss France really the most beautiful? Another account that compared a candid photo of Garni Philippons to posed images of runner-ups. Yeah, because they try to use her picture, like her surprise picture. So she kind of making like the ugly cry face. And they're using that with these women's like photos. With their where's it at? Come on there. Why didn't it upload already? Get that in there. Okay, now this one is a little different, I will say. But they had her ugly cry face, and then the women's photos that they were using against her was they were like staged photos. So they probably also kind of looked a little doctored. So let me show you what they're actually talking about. Get this in here. And this just goes to show you the dishonest nature of anti-Black supremacists. This is, but now this picture of her is different than what they were using in the original post. The original post I saw had her ugly cry face and then these two pictures of the runner-ups. But again, okay, this is what you're posting up here, and I'm supposed to sit up here and say that somehow these white women are better looking than this Black woman here. They not. I'm sure beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but somebody's beauty is internationally recognized. Oh, man, it's so woke, man. The same comparison was shared by a prominent right-wing account in wokeness on Sunday, prompting one of the users to conclude that France is collapsing. Pageants have long held the attention of the anti-woke crowd, with social media users targeting winners even at local levels they perceived as woke picks. When the Miss Universe title was won by a Danish woman in November, that same crowd was quick to declare that wokeness was officially over. Kind of makes sense again on why they flipped out on Caitlin Clark now, doesn't it? I've been telling y'all what this was about from day one. It's all about the image, and the image of who? The runner-ups and the people that know that today they are not the winner. Probably the first blonde, blue-eyed white girl to win in ages. And she doesn't have a dong. It's the Trump effect, echoed right-wing commentator Ian Miles Chong. We know that douchebag. But even though Miss France has grabbed their attention, not everyone is on board with saying she shouldn't have won. 95%, if the time I agree with this account, or maybe that was supposed to be 95% of the time I agree with this account, but not this one. One person said to end wokeness, okay, Miss France is Black and she's gorgeous. Any of us would love to have her as a girlfriend. Black people have lived in France just like the US for centuries. This isn't wokeness. Not this time. She's just as pretty and deserves to win. So another person said, she's hot though, with a question mark. Another person mocking the controversy. Miss France is gorgeous. Not sure what's the problem here, wrote another frequently right-wing account. Wow. And that's the end of the article. Yes, that is absolutely it. So that's interesting. That is interesting. Huh. What y'all think about that? They up there really worried about this is France. You worried about this Black woman in France. She has no effect on anything here. But it goes to show the self-conscious nature of individuals that look like this. I mean, it's, come on now. Doesn't it say something? So we have to I'm sorry. Why look at her just made me laugh. I guess you really know that, boy. I'm really into black women. Whew. Yeah, now I mean for a fact, there ain't one of these on my resume at all, except for when I was 9 years old in fourth grade. Buffy Haney. She gave me one of the little letters. Hey, will you be my boyfriend? Somewhere around 5th grade, 6th grade, her brother was like, you know, she can't like you. My dad said she can't like you. Oh boy, they would come and tell on their parents real quick. But yeah, 9 years old. That's the only time you're gonna see one of these around me. So you know, it is what it is. You know, I in high school, Cash would like go sneak off to go deal with them. Because they'd be like, man, don't tell Mikey. He gonna call me a sellout. Better not bring one of these over here. Been this way a very long time. That's why when you got people out here to lie on me, you could always tell that they actually don't know me. Because they be saying the most outlandish shit that doesn't anybody to be like, no, that definitely ain't him. So it makes it easy. And on top of that, having such a long, extensive history being around all of these different entities, you know, it make it, you would have to really be working hard to tarnish my name, and I would have to be doing that myself. But I mean, it's funny watching people do it. It's like, I guess what the thing about me, the kind of person I am, I kind of want to see who believes the lies. Because if somebody come and tell me something about somebody, I'm not going to make a judgment on that person until I hear the whole matter. And I would never be jumping in the mix of somebody else that I don't know. If you got a problem with, see, that's another thing. Yeah, don't call me. I'm not no war dog. You don't call me to sit up here and come be your guard dog when you done started some stuff out here. I can't stand people to do that. Because you know, people get themselves into certain predicaments and then want somebody to come fight their battles, to come clean up their mess. And that just ain't the type of person I am. And so, and really, real men respect real men. You know, you don't go get involved in no man's business that you don't know. But I see so many of these simps so involved with people they don't even know and willing to crash out, I guess, in hopes of getting some booty hole pics. Anyway, moving on to this other story. We are going to quickly shout out our good sister, Asia Wilson, who is Player of the Year. And she is the sports writers Player of the Year. Not Time Magazine, but the sports writers, people who follow the sport of women's basketball. And, oh, man, you can't deny what Caitlin Clark did. You can't deny that. But you also can't deny the winner and MVP and consistent builder of this women's basketball arena. And she's also a product of Don Staley. You know who should have been the person of the athlete of the year? Don freaking Staley. There's no WNBA without her. And I get a lot of these Johnny-come-latelys to sports or women's basketball. You don't even understand that it's the women who played in the Olympics who are the foundation of the league that Caitlin Clark can come and make so much money from now. And To be upset at her giving and paying homage to that, you are insane, because realistically, she knows. If anybody, this should have been Don Staley. No one has a better winning record, turns out winners. It's Don Staley. She has the wins herself, and her products, the kids that she produced out of her program, have took everything by storm. By the way, shout out again to South Carolina Lady Gamecocks. Because once again, you guys have something to boast about again. Yeah, these sisters, they shine, and they do deserved credit. Caitlin Clark is absolutely a good player. Great player, actually. I'll give her that. She, still has things to develop in her game. But yeah, at the end of the day, though, the sport of women's basketball, it literally is a team sport, and it requires all the teams to be at a higher level. And there's nobody in the WNBA that is the Michael Jordan of today. So it takes elevated play across the board. And they're doing that. So give those sisters they do. You got women driving to the stadiums now in $1 million cars. They ain't pulling up like they was before. Half these women don't even have to play off season. Shoot, the girls in college are balling. Those NIL deals is crazy. So I can see why some of these girls don't want to just rush out of college right now, because them NIL deals is cool. And the pressure ain't the same. Shit, I ain't mad at them. Get your money. It's a business. And the business you need to play is the business you need to play. So get your money, ladies. And we got Crew Reality in the building. What's going on, my brother? Yeah, bro. Whoo-wee. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. My Lord. Okay, so we almost to Fat Joe. But before we get there, we have to talk about Malika Andrews. And for those of you who know, when she did her whole thing and the big blow up that everybody remembers of Ime Udoka's situation, some of you do know. Me and Ime grew up together, went to middle school and high school together. And it's interesting. I haven't really spoke much on this. And I think now that it's coming back up and coming back around, I just, I didn't want to make anything. I didn't want to do anything that would negatively affect the brother. So I kind of just stayed quiet on it. But the fact of how they did him, and I'm glad his cohorts, definitely did come up to his defense and was like, hey, why ain't this woman being done this way? Let me tell you something about Ime. Ime is he's one of those real, like naturally kind spirits. But he's not no punk. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's still very much one of us. Of course, his family came from Kenya. So he came from Kenya, was here. His sister, Mfam, she, for those who follow basketball, she's also played a little bit in the WNBA. And their older brother, James, I think he played in college. I don't think he never played in the NBA. But knowing his draw. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain type that like Ime. But realistically, what he always wanted was Nia Long. Like this cat said this in middle school. Because I guess she was on that. He used to watch her on that soap opera she was on. So then when Boys in the Hood came out, he was like, man, I'm gonna marry her. Real true story. Anybody if you know any of us, where any of us can tell you this story. So the whole Ime and Nia Long breaking up and all of that, me personally, I wouldn't be surprised if they got back together. I wouldn't be surprised at all, actually. But that's just knowing Ime. But again, like I said, like how all of these other relationships transpire behind the scenes, it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's typical around these environments, actually. Every industry is like that. You understand? So unless your life is outside of your industry and you're just like working, you're doing your whatever you do. But even as entrepreneur, you still, because of your industry, might put you in certain places. Say, for instance, you got a business that works on sterilizing medical equipment. So your engineers are going to have to spend a lot of time in these different hospitals that have this equipment. Well, what happens? You're going into a hospital where there's a bunch of women nurses, right? And they see this man, oh man, he got this good earning potential. So right then, you're in the midst of one of those, I guess, niche dating pools, and this happens around people's in different random industries. So especially in sports, you're going to have this. And Malika Andrews is known for always kind of bringing up dirt and throwing up dirt on black players. And so now I think people are starting to feel the heat, especially looking at how this last election ended and turned out, that you can't just disrespect black men and it's all good. People are taking great exception to disrespect, and rightfully so. We are not your play toys, and we are not here for your abuse. So the fact that these folks came out here and you wanted to be funky about a good, solid dude. There's a story of Ime too, that when he played for the Kenya national team. And there was a game between them and another African country. I cannot remember the country, but here's another thing too. Yeah, see, Ime grew up with us, so he got that thing in him. So I guess the other African team, I guess they blew him out or whatever. So I guess they were so pissed off that they was going to jump the Kenyan team. And so I guess they got them cornered in some kind of locker room. And Ime, being Ime versus the scary Africans, did what we do and got to slanging people around like rag dolls. And they said he was like Superman, is how they said it. Said he was knocking out Africans left and right. Like, it sounds like Ime. Again, like I said, very, very, very cool, nice, sweet dude. But he'll whip your ass. And so, they found out that day. So he dropped about 4 Africans, slept them. When they got on out of there. See, the one thing we grew up knowing is hit the first one as hard as you can. Watch his face shatter and watch how all the other his friends react. I come from some nuts. Don't mind me. Oh, you haven't put me surrounded with them old, baby, please. Come on now. I'm from the West Coast. I don't think people understand what I'm saying. We romp out this way. Some people may just leave their homes too. It's like, you know what? You to run somebody down the block tonight. I'm just saying. What's going on, Ro? Ro in the building. Ro City 93. What's going on, my good brother? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And yeah, man, he wanted to kneel along, but was cheating with a man. Come on, bro. And again, I'll never forget one of the times because me and my other partner was helping somebody on working on their house, and this brother pulled up, like, oh, what's going on, man? So I'm chopping it up. He was coming back from Italy, and again, like I'm saying, I know the type that like him, and I know the type he deal with, and when I saw that, I'm like, So again, you know, I don't police no man's pants, but so again, you know, I think he kind of fell back into the comfort zone, shall we say, and being in a situation where they're both married, basically. I don't think they actually divulged their marital status. I believe they tell everybody they're not married. But anyway, they were both in relationships. So I'll say that. And so you would think, okay, we're going to keep it discreet. But then if you get some anonymous whistleblower, then there's that. And then the one sister that they was throwing out there under the bus that didn't have nothing to do with nothing, from what I understand, because they were busy protecting the white woman and her husband. They don't divulge her name, nor does she. There's no action done to her. And the way that Malika came out against Ime, that's what made me look at her and say, you know what? You're a scumbag. And so I don't sound so overtly Homer. I'm going to just be quiet because, you know, I know enough of his partners on the actual NBA side are going to speak up and say what they need to say. And as they did, shout out to Kendrick Perkins. Because for those of us who know Ime, Malika Andrews, you, just saying.
Clear. I don't appreciate where you're going with that. I'm not blaming anybody but Ime Udoka. He deserves, the fact of the matter is, I've said he deserved to be fired if they were going to fire him.
Right.
If you're not going to fire him, then don't fire him. My issue is all of this being publicized. The point that I'm trying to make is just like you're not mentioning. Excuse me. I listened to you. You're the one telling me to stop on my show. It ain't happening. Okay, that's number one. Number two.
And I'm glad he checked it because what we're not going to do is blame women. It's a consensual relationship. So a consensual relationship means there's a consensual man consenting woman consenting, having consensual relations. What's just simply what's going on. Ah! Come on, man. Let's be real and honest about, I mean, come on, man. Everybody adults. And shit happens. I ain't saying I'm not co-signing what he did. I don't like the fact that it became public. So whoever that dirtbag was, screw you too. Because it never should. Like I said, there's so much of this that goes on. The fact that this is, you can't. Okay, it's a sports organization. This type of shit happens at a church. What are we talking about here? This has to be public. And then she gets protected while Ime gets drugged through the dirt for cheating on his famous partner. Damn they kids. Yeah, let me go.
I've already said he deserves to be fired,
Yeah,
or he deserves to be there and handle it internally and privately. If you're not going to handle it privately, if you're going to publicize it in that fashion, then obviously it provokes everybody wanting to know, okay, well, who are the parties involved? When you have Amina Smith in Boston and other women pointing out the fact that there were women who were wrongly implicated in all of this, it's a disservice to them. I didn't come out with the report about a consensual relationship. I didn't come out with the report ahead of time leaking that they were going to suspend him for the year.
Why was she so dead set on trying to push this point? And I think that was one of those career move opportunities for her to elevate herself in the eyes of certain people. Again, very low. Very freaking low. And then to look at the situation and not be able to examine it objectively. And then the dude that replaces Ime, you bring up, when they installing him, you bring up some kind of allegation that was unfounded in high school or middle school or college from this guy. And you're bringing that up out of nowhere. It's like, when this black person's, they're getting this guy. Remember this dirt from then? But the white guys never get that. And we know why. And here's the funny thing that she's talking about. We're not going to blame the women. Well, what about your white man that's on the same, that works for ESPN, to whom you have a relationship with? Why is that different? Oh, you guys got married. If it was wrong for Ime, ain't it wrong for you? Again, well, I didn't mention anything. I didn't say anything.
My point is, considering how pervasive this kind of stuff has existed in professional sports for many years, my whole point is that, excuse me, make sure that you handle it in the same fashion it has always been handled. You could have fired him, and then we could have speculated till the cows come home, but he's gone. But to keep him there, keep him employed, but in the same breath, suspend him for a year, then also that year is indefinite. That is the issue that I have. Nobody's trying to protect Ime Udoka, and certainly nobody is trying to protect, is to excoriate the women involved or anything like that. I'm talking about how things of this matter are usually handled from an HR perspective, from an organizational perspective. That is not consistent with what we have seen throughout the years. That is the only point that I was trying to make. I'm not trying to attack anybody. And if anybody deserves to be attacked, it's Ime Udoka for putting himself in this position. I've made that very clear. I'm just talking about, you got owners and everybody else. They know the kind of stuff that's going on. You didn't say anything about anybody else. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about them. They didn't say anything about everybody else all the other times this stuff has happened. But now when it comes to him, it's all over the place. That is my issue. That is my only issue.
And I'm with it, because at the end of the day, it was all about smearing a black man. And I'm sure people, well, he's Kenyan. You know what I mean? I will say, Ime has never played the tether role. He's always been, our resident African. Shit. Him, I'm fine. Her and my other homegirl, Monica, they went and played professional. Shit, we all grew up together. So that's what happens in your neighborhood. And sometimes people in your neighborhood become winning head coaches that can go from program to program. And because the way that things worked out, Ime ends up in Houston instead of Brooklyn. And Texas is a lot more friendlier to the brother. They love him in Houston. And he's winning. Because one thing that, you know, for those, like, again, like I said, for those of us who know Ime, Malika Andrews, and this is probably why she has to say something. You know, we ain't never forgiven you for that bullshit. You showed yourself. You could have done this to anybody else, but you did that to somebody to whom is well known. And they know who this guy is. These people trust this man. And he's always been who he is. Shoot, you can ask anybody else who grew up around us. We are still the same thing. A very loyal brother. Of course, you say, loyalty, you cheated on this woman. Not what I mean when I say loyal. It's a brother that ain't going to leave you. And people just like the brother. And he's always going to have his friends back. So like when I was, put it to you this way, when I was even on the yard, one of Ime's best friend, his brother was down with me. So just being able to just remember who everybody is, it's like, you know, oh yeah, this is what's going on. So I could easily find out what's happening. It's just that simple. So, you know, that's one thing also. I'm glad that we, in our community here, because we're so small, we're very close knit. So that, you know, we always will take exception for you messing with somebody from the PIL. Like, who's this? You understand what I'm saying? Like, who do you know over here? So I get it. She was trying to get her career off. But it was a real low life thing to do, Malika Andrews, and for the things that you've been doing to other black men as well. And then you sit up here and give all of these white athletes passes and they don't get the same scrutiny. That's what people are talking about. So to sit up here and say that people are judging you for the way your family looks or the makeup of your family, let me just say something here. I don't like when people, because I got family members that, you know, at some point weren't fully relishing blackness. For all intents and purposes, I still have family that isn't fully relishing blackness. And you'll know by the wedding photos. So don't tell me that black folks should trust you because you're black. But you don't even have black flower girls in your wedding. No more. You want to be over there, you stay over there. And remember that. That's the other part, because people like her still want the protection of the black community after doing what she does. You're no victim. And as far as I could see it, Malika Andrews, like my brother Black Alpha Network says, we setting your ass out like it's trash day. Hasta. I mean, I love black men. Get the hell out of here. Get your ass out of here with that BS. That's a straight lie. No, you don't. I don't even see your own family in your pictures. It's me. Anybody you see something like that? Well, I'm black. Just shut up. I can't stand those types, because I sit up here and watch how people shun their blackness forever, and then, oh, it's convenient. As a black person, stop it. Shoot, how many of your close friends even know you black? I say that because I got family members that could pass. That's your brothers too? They should not be finding out. We all grown. That's not a good look. So let me make something very clear. I love being black. Always have. I remember as a kid having well, I know somebody that one of our childhood children, at the church I grew up at. Remember one Saturday we were having, because my mother was the pianist for the children's choir. We're at the church and she's crying for some reason. The other little young homegirl, Virginia, she go ask her, like, what's wrong? I'm crying. They said I'm ugly. She felt that she was ugly because she was black. I've seen this self-delusion. And as it manifests and it grows, you have black folks out here who can't stand themselves. And that inner insecurity starts hella young for some. I got another kid that I'm thinking about that said, I wish I was white because they have everything. Thinking to myself, the one thing they don't have is soul. The things that we internally have, they don't have that. Being able to create music on a dime, being able to create anything we want to. They don't do that. Now, yeah, they may be in control, but that's money. And that's their power. I could see that. That's something to envy, but would I give up this for that? That right there is the equivalent to what good is it for a man to gain the world and lose his soul? I've been what I am a very long time. That's why when we hold those spaces, I say, whatever it is in here inside of me, I need inside of y'all. And obviously, this spirit has been permeating through the mist, because there's a lot of y'all that will tell these folks to their face what it is. And I'm so appreciative of that. So with that being said, we also have to tell this white man and these tethers down here who think they could come around here and wish death upon my people, death upon our history, and death upon the truth of what foundational Black Americans' contribution is. Well, we have to deal with that. Mix this up. Okay. So, Mr. Fat Joe, like I said, I don't even understand why you would bring us up, other than the fact that your record is out. It clearly is not doing what you wanted it to do. And nobody's checking for you, bro. You know, it's funny. And I went in preparation for this, looking up some things. And every time I looked up Fat Joe, you know who kept coming up as well? Like the follow-up? Busta Rhymes. I'm like, well, we already fixed Busta Rhymes on the Red Wagon. Remember his appearance at the Essence Fest? See, crossing foundational Black Americans could definitely be an overnight failure for you. Take it from your man, who also has the issue because, you know, people coming out now talking about how you like them. Kind of makes you look at that one a little different now, doesn't it? But nonetheless, you know, staying in your own lane is a great thing to do. But when you sell your soul to the machine and you believed that they had your back against us, Mr. Fat Joe, no, that's not how they operate. What they will do is push your dumb ass out there to start talking crazy against us. Do you realize that civil rights was a thing and it wasn't from peaceful marching? They'd like to tell you that. But that ain't why it changed. They know something obviously you don't. You're in the land of the Maroons, dummy. You think your gangster is tougher than the blood of the people who whooped the United States 3 times? Nigga, is you crazy? Now, Mr. White Man, who's gonna tell me that I can't say nigga? What? Welcome to America, Fat Joe. Obviously, it ain't what you thought it was. Everything you stand on was big. Do you understand? Central Park, that's why they tell you about the slaves that used to be in Central Park. I don't understand how you sit up here and put yourself in something that you are clearly so detached from. You and your community. Well, I was this white boy. You right about that. The white boy that was in the projects. Why does he say that? Because that's what he puts on his paperwork. Look at this white man right here, Joseph Cartagena, who runs around and says nigga, 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 all day long, right? Let him get away with it. Oh man, that's just hip hop. You ain't from New York, and man. Bring it out west, just so you can see that don't travel well. Go to St. Louis, East Illinois, Texas, Memphis, Arkansas, New Orleans. Where are you doing that other than New York and Miami that's full of tethers? You have to stay in Tetherville talking shit. Who respects that but other tethers? You may have problems rolling through Virginia. I would shut up. Black Americans are everywhere. You guys can't get out here and start wishing death on Black Americans and then act like you're going to talk tough and punk us. This is a nation you're talking about, stupid. You can't be that incredibly gone on your own ego, are you? And down to this idiot down here on the bottom right. Hey, bitch, how's it feeling right now? You put on a shirt, man, you getting all kind of threats right now, or promises, or you getting reserve cards. Don't wish death upon people in their own homeland. Word of advice. And guess who ain't coming to your rescue? I can't believe you people really thought those folks had your back like that. Jump out there, Joe. See, we're going to let you host this BET. Viacom? Oh, man, you guys got to know the histories. You got to know the histories. It's amazing. So with Fat Joe, let's see what this moron had to say against Black Americans. I don't understand what prompts somebody to, well, number one, I'm seeing the, of course, typical anti-Tariq Nasheed hate squad going on. There's a hate group and they xenophobic and a cult and this and that and blah, blah, blah. You know, that's funny because something about groups and cults and all of that, who actually blatantly goes out to disrespect those guys? Kind of amazing, huh? But, you know, let's see what Fat Joe had to say.
Let's start by this. These rumors were made by radical black racists. Let's just say that. Okay, it's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them.
Right.
Right. So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't Black American.
Who are these guys?
Their job is to criticize anybody who is not Black American. That's victim language, Negro. Well, I can't even call you Negro. White man. That is. See, Joe's turned into a white man right before your eyes. Actually, he's turning into a white woman right before your eyes. Yeah, look how they doing me, man. I mean, I just saw this disrespectful shit about their lineage, and man, here I am still being disrespectful, but their job is just to criticize anybody who's not with them or looks like them. Hold on, white man. Wait. Let's get to this. Is your paperwork, fam. And when you get booked, this is your paperwork, bro. We didn't put white there. You did. We know that's what you want to identify as, right? So you want to talk about how then you identify with us then, my nigga? How about that? Since you want to keep saying it so much, identify as that. Put that B on your paperwork. Well, shut your punk ass up. We can say everything we want to when you white walking around here putting white on your paperwork saying nigga 85 times a day. That's disrespectful to the rest of us and our lineage. Too bad you can't respect that. Supposed to be such a man of respect, but you can't recognize you disrespecting a whole lineage? Bullshit. You paid to do this. So take your Judas purse, Joe, and go cry in the corner.
You want me to say it there? We're going to give them too much clout.
I mean,
the FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the fuck.
Guess go show he's listening to Tariq and Jason Black. Foundational Black Authority. Jeez. What a freaking idiot. Now, you know, and some may say, like, this might be what's really happening with Joe, like, you know, because, you know, you think, oh, well, let me just go at foundational Black Americans. You know, sometimes they might need that extra pick-me-up. But at the end of the day, how's them record sales doing right now, Joe? Oh, they that bad, huh? Oh, they that bad. Respect FBA.
These broke niggas is. I'm just keeping it a buck. And that shit is to attack everybody on Twitter. You see this nigga who run them? Like, you know, your leader? Yo, man, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. And so they trying to change the narrative. They're not from New York.
Right.
So they telling a whole nother story. It's whoopity-doop-wop. Yo, bro. As far as I know, we're at Yankee Stadium right now, and it's hip-hop's 50th birthday. And the guy who invented it, Grandmaster Flash, my brother carried his crates. My babysitters made up let me hear you say, ho. It's two girls, twins, used to babysit me. They made up, let me hear you say, ho.
That's funny. You know, you actually referred to the Black people around in the mist. Lean Back was one of hip hop's biggest songs along with 50. Yeah. Shout out to Remy Ma for, again, assisting him on all of his hits. Now tell me what hit he has that doesn't have her on it. What single 3/16s? What 3/16s is he got? And okay, you say Lord. So Lord Jamar is from Guyana. One of his parents is, the other one is FBA. Did you know that? So yeah, we know. We know. The history started in South BX, where Joe is from. Where are the black people from? In the South Bronx. Oh, shout out to my peoples. Tina Berry. I could tell you, because from the Bronx, from the South, that's how they made their way up. So you actually got a lot of Alabama families and South Carolina families in there. Who are those people? They're not Puerto Rican. They were the ones with the musical talent. So thank you. You could tell me you could carry speakers. Woohoo! Good job. You can carry great. Wow. I am Beatzilla. I can make music with myself. And what I create will be me. Now, if you're all standing and observing when watching me do what I do, wow. Guess what that doesn't make you? A creator like me. See how that works? You're a spectator. And yeah, if it happened in the South Bronx, there's a lot of spectating Puerto Ricans watching black people create art forms. And then they join in just like the rest of the world does. There's no Puerto Ricans anywhere influencing anything outside of the Bronx. See, if this was really true, here's how you prove it. Where are the Puerto Ricans creating anything outside of New York? Why is there nothing outside of New York that you can ever attribute yourself to? Don't get it. How's it work? Y'all was listening to Ricky Martin and Menudo. What are you talking about? Julio Iglesias doing songs with Diana Ross. Afro-Guyanese family. Yeah, he's half foundational Black American and half Ghanaian. He spoke about that. That's something that we've all known. And he's telling the truth about actual hip hop. I mean, again, the elements of hip hop are coming from what? Break beats? Okay, name the Puerto Rican artist that substantiates any early hip hop music. Where is the Puerto Rican influence in that music? Because it has to start with the instrumentation of it. Where is that? You ain't gonna hear Fat Joe talk about that. He'll tell you about everybody who was around in the 80s. But see, this art form was well around the 30s. This has been part of Black culture forever. So then when it gets to the South Bronx, it's just an extension of Black culture.
So they have a big problem, these guys, right? So they're against anybody who ain't with them. So this ain't a popular message.
We're not against anyone, but we are against having our history rewritten by outsiders. Yes, Puerto Ricans were, okay, there's no Puerto Rican influence because they were either born or raised in NYC. Every Puerto Rican artist is born in New York City? Come on, man. See, your argument falls flat when you actually have to deal with the instrumentation of Puerto Rican music. That argument, there's none. But I mean, they're raised in New York City because they ain't really got much else. And that's why they ride that New York City line so tough. Okay, where are the Puerto Ricans now creating art forms in America? Okay, I'll give you a 30-year time span. Let's go. No. Let's do 40. From 1980 to right now. In 44 years, Where is the Puerto Rican influence of an artist and saying this is going to be the new popular art form? Where is that? Because if they were so influential in hip hop, see, we started country, blues, jazz, gospel. All of these are in our home. R&B, soul. These are us. Where's that influence coming at? Because see, we don't stop creating. We keep manufacturing more artists every day. The Black church is the hub of musicianship. Gospel music is literally the base of R&B. And so if you're going to sample funk or R&B, here's another funny thing. Hip hop, you know that Big Sean song, I Don't Fuck With You? That's literally sampling. I think that's Andre Crouch. That's sampling gospel music. There's a few of these people sampling gospel music. I've heard Rance Allen in songs. There is no Puerto Rican creator nowhere that's creating a lane in these art forms. They're just participants. And that's what we're pushing back against, is the lie that something is co-created when you guys haven't continued creating. We never stopped. Why did you? If you had so much of an influence. That's where the proof in the pudding is. So to go back and try to say, oh yeah, 40 plus years ago, this is what happened. Some of us know that ain't true. And we know good and damn well there wasn't no Puerto Ricans influencing hip hop like that. They were participating. Uh-oh. What happened to my camera now? Hold on. What are we doing here? Hopefully my camera is correct. Let me check something here. Play something more.
This ain't what everybody's saying. We might be giving them too much light right here is what I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
So there's a small minority to get on them Twitters and they running it up.
A small minority. Small minority. Yeah. See, and I understand New York culture. Don't get me twisted. I get that. My point is, Black Americans are not New York. And so when you're talking about something that is still coming from Black culture, you damn right we could police that. Period. And no, you a guest, Joe. And every New York Puerto Rican that thinks differently, or Caribbean, you are a guest. Believe it or not. Because it starts with the Black culture. And you can't sit up here and say there's hip. See, what you guys are trying to do is remove hip hop culture from Black culture. And there's not such a thing. It doesn't exist without the other. One requires the other. And what y'all are trying to do is trying to rewrite history. And it's not working. There's plenty of Puerto Rican art. Okay, what did I say? What did I say? The Puerto Rican artists that are creating genres. Mark Anthony's not creating anything. Bad Bunny is most definitely not created anything. Check. See, Devin Haley, Immortal Technique, Dominican, Dance to the Devil, classic track. Again, you're talking about Immortal Technique. You guys keep going through these lists of, do you not even understand what the concept of creating is? That's what I don't understand. No, I'm a musician, see, so I know the history because I'm part of it. Been a musician since I was 3. See, that's the point. See, you guys are in over your heads. That's just the problem. See, here's the history. Hello, us musicians. They've been playing since the 80s. We know getting damn well. All that shit y'all talking is not true. Who you kidding? No. So that's why my question is, I'm not. Really? Funny little thing. You never actually hear who was the author of trap music. You hear about the pioneers of trap music, but you never hear about the author. Because there's somebody in 2003 that actually came out. Well, all the trap stuff, actually came out in 2005. The sound with the 808 bass drum and the organ and the horns? It didn't come out of Atlanta. However, my mixtape was actually circulating down in Atlanta at the time. Salute to my brother Black Rome. You're not a part of hip-hop history. My name is Beatzilla. Know your history. Shut your mouth. Y'all getting microphone checked. Yeah, you talk that shit to somebody who don't do this shit. Yeah, authentically him. We create over here. That's actually what it says on my card. Never heard of you. Of course you didn't, stupid. Why would you think you did? It's a whole lot of people you don't know of that are songwriters and producers. That's something new because I'm not part of the machine, getting my booty waxed and still looking like a tough guy to you. While they cry themselves to sleep every night and sit up here and have to snort themselves to sleep and then come out here and do the biddings of the masters. You think Fat Joe want to get out here and disrespect us just before the hell of it? No, dum-dum, somebody's putting him up to it. Because he sold his soul, and if he want to keep his fortune, that's how it rolls, because that's the nature of the business. Y'all children just like to run your mouths. Don't know shit about nothing, but always got something to say. I've never heard of you. Has your father heard of you? Anyway, don't get me started. Just mind your manners and know your space.
We got a fucking Looney Tune, like your man Lord Jamal, who's a fucking Looney Tune. Mm-hmm. Okay, he's a loony bin, right? We just said that the drug of choice is
I literally
attention.
play my old shit.
It's this and this and that. They get a guy who he was a legend. He's brand Nubian,
right?
And he's the wackest nigga in the crew. Be clear. But now this nigga might be like trying to get lit, trying to say anything. World.
Devin, I work with record companies. It's a lot of people you will never hear of. I'm telling you, like when I walk around like the NAMM show, and we're meeting all of these different people. I watch all the people like this guy here. Always wonder, who am I? And how do I know all of these other people? And how do they know me? Because I do it. And so when you actually do it, you'll know the people that you follow. Why would you know me when the person you follow does? Maybe it just went over your head like the cow jumped over the moon. But yeah. Yeah, sometimes you just got to kind of stay in your lane, bro. You know? Like this guy here.
Goes flat to this, that, anything to go viral. I just told you I stopped my shit because I go too viral. I'm scared. I'm too viral.
Right.
Devin, it's funny you brought that up. Have you ever heard the song Soul Lifted? If y'all want to know what I sound like and my music sounds like, go listen to that brilliant song that I wrote for Liv Warfield. I wrote half that record. Still another issue of legalities to work that situation out, but nonetheless. I mean, I can literally prove it to you by showing you our rehearsals. So again, when people start talking shit, Grammy-nominated writer. But I never heard of you. She is. We have, ever since then, again, we have to work out those legalities. I'm not against working with her again. The money's going to have to be up front. And I'm also going to have to get all of my back end money. But would I write for her again? I can't argue. We do make beautiful music. Can't argue that. Me and her write. We make award-winning music. Yeah, you know, shit happens. Shit happens. Hey, man, where you go, man? Ain't you still in the chat? Come on, talk that shit now. Ain't you still here? Oh, man. Hey, don't be embarrassed now, because I know you didn't know no better. But, man, come on now. Hip-hop culture, trap is a branch. Correct. It is. It's not based out of New York hip-hop, my guy. It's literally, are you familiar with the brother named Pimp C? Because I'm sure you probably didn't know that he produced all of that shit that they were doing. He calls that music country rap tunes. Know your goddamn history before you open your mouth, boy.
I think we in the information era. Some people just they see so many paths, they decide to pick one, and some of them ain't the most popular ones. So, you know, they just.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that this opinion comes from a tribe.
Right.
It comes from a group of people that hate everybody but them. You know, there's radical Jews, there's radical Catholics, there's radical Puerto Ricans.
Right.
There's radical anything. If you do enough of that shit, enough of
This is informant talk. The hell is he saying? This is police, man. This is police dog whistle shit. What are you saying, Fat Joe? What? I'm from New NYC, never bought trap albums. I rock with T.I. and Southern artists, though. There was a lot of salty New York niggas for a long time. Let's not act like the South didn't have it on lock for quite a bit, and they couldn't get a hit because they didn't sound like the country. Then you got young M.A. that put New York back on, and then y'all just went back to these old tired ass artists and pushed her to the wayside. Nobody respect that. Yeah, there's people like us that do follow this shit. We do know what we're talking about. I'm just saying, you know. Fat Joe is not it. You can't hinge your bets on that. That's why you needed to push the whole non-FBA creation thing. We're not stupid. We know what it is. But that shit only plays in New York. Nobody outside of New York gives a shit. You're going to have to come out here and really be funky. And your music can't suck. Now, New York has the ability to make or break somebody. This dude's album has been out for a few weeks. What are you hearing from it? So why you think he upset? Because his album is doing a freaking skydive. Ain't no need to sit up here and start doing all of this federal talking against foundational Black Americans. And why is he doing it now? Because he was up there kicking it with Kamala Harris and all of this. So now here he is. FBA is a hate group. Why? Because Black men and the FBA and the Black grassroots had 90-something million people staying home. This is Fed talk, partner. Tell me that this is about some music bullshit. This is about putting a target on Black folks' back. So ABC 876, are you a Black person? Because you cool with this Puerto Rican putting a target on Black folks? Own that. You cool with that? Let us know.
House racism, you wind up looking at the world fucked up and you can't even move around. You understand? So that's how this shit come about. These guys don't like nobody but them. So hey, fuck that. This guy, well, how could he say this? How could he? Bro, have you been to my hood? Do you know where I'm from? You know, we did my brother's funerals. More Black people than Spanish people at the funeral sitting next to my mother. Do you know where the fuck I'm from? But you trying to tell us what happened over here.
I think this problem, if it was really legit, could be sorted out by maybe, this is one of those times where you have Farrakhan, something like that, a facilitated conversation so people can understand people's positions. And right now, I think people have to respect that foundational Black Americans. And here's the thing, don't push that idea so hard that it's just a Twitter thing. It is not. And I want to make sure that I do my part to make sure that no one's doing that. Because right now what Joe is doing is really stupid and reckless. And for him, I guess all he sees is his own gangster. But he don't see the gangsters he's disrespecting, which is crazy. Because in his mind, well, look at all these other Black people that co-sign my bullshit. Yeah, but what about all these other freaking states who don't? And his ego is so far past being able to understand that. You 53 years old. You cannot be that goddamn hard-headed. So anybody that's pushing that FBA is a hate group shit, you're a damn cop to me. You're a cop, dude. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. Yeah, that award actually got nominated for a Grammy, didn't win. Did get a Soul Train Award. International Music, there's 3 awards, I believe, or to 5. I think the running count is 5 awards in total. And that's from the record and Soul Lifted as the single. So, yeah, like I said, them legalities. But, yeah, that's my shit. See, people talk a whole bunch of shit. Like, you're the one with no win. Don't look at me like, I never heard of you. Right, and no one will ever hear of you. But this is the point. All of that shit is irrelevant. I stood up here and pushed Black empowerment. I could be doing anything else, but I'm pushing Black empowerment. These people are pushing anti-Black empowerment. And on top of that, trying to rewrite history. We ain't gonna do that. We're gonna keep it straight, keep it a buck, and keep our affairs in order. You understand what I'm saying? And she has a nice, yes, man. I think there's another. I think there might be 2 records also that we did that did not make her unexpected album. I would have to go listen, but I believe I think at least 2 songs that are missing. So never made that. Prince didn't put those on the record, and he put his songs on instead. But I also want to make also let it be clear that arrangement of that song you hear, untouched, undoctored, anything. All they did was just go re-record it. Because you ain't got to go reproduce my shit. And that's Prince we talking about. He didn't even want to put his own flair on it because my shit's that hard. Yeah. FBA is an FBA. So you FBA, not hip hop, 2 different things. Let me explain to you. I am music. And you have to first be music before you can be anything in our genres. So hip hop, yes, indeed, produced that, performed on that. I have records in every lane, buddy. What are you talking about? My goodness. Performed with somebody I'm probably sure you may know them, may not. Lifesavers, I don't know. They're from here. They have an album called Gutterfly with them and Camp Low. So you can lose all your money or double up, fall off, or bubble up. None of your business, you still not better than me. You know, I'm just realizing that you as a woman just found out that you was a female. Now, I know I don't be all around everywhere still, but you know, I still see things and hear things, and that's very interesting. You would always come on my stage. That's a copycat account. That the light-skinned chick, they'll let you tell it, or the bullshit you sell it. Now, so if you guys ain't familiar with this account, None of Your Business is the one that always come up on my stages and never say nothing. Now, you might see this account, they get up, hop into Tariq's rooms from time to time, talking crazy. That's great value, Nanya. Okay. That's all. I wasn't certain. Oh, wow. You said you never heard bars from T.I. ever. I can't say that. I can't say that. Yeah, T.I. got bars. Yeah, I can't take that away. You know who actually does not have a whack rhyme anywhere, though? Bun B. Go check his resume. Check all of his rhymes. Matter of fact, see if he actually don't got the best rhymes on all the songs he's on. Always solid. Always solid. Solid like LaChat. You go back and listen to all of her rhymes. Every last her and Mia X. They drop nothing whack. Those are solid female rappers right there. Let me see. Somebody else? Ludacris. Ludacris is super solid. Who else? My mind is blanking. My mind is blanking. But real quick, back to Fat Joe. He has an album out right now when he's picking a fight with hip hop's biggest supporters besides white people. None of you, you got the Mark Kelly records too, huh? I will have to say though. I mean, bro, no, that's you, bro. Well, you from Louisiana, bro. So but like, that man can't keep his hands off them women. Lupe Fiasco, I'll definitely say he got bars. Yes, yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with half of that, Devin. I most definitely I could give you half. I could give you half. AZ, all right. But as far as I can't put AZ with Nas. But I hear you though. Because again, I got some AZ songs that I've always bumped. So trust me. Yes, indeed. CeeLo is in my top 10 MCs. I don't know if I would go top 10, but definitely an honorable mention. Rhapsody is from North Carolina? Really? I didn't realize she was from Carolina. Wow. Man, she's yeah, Rhapsody is hard. Rhapsody is hard as hell. I'm feeling her. He's picking a fight with the lady is creating him. Man, he's gonna lose. Big time. Warrior cheer up. Warriors cheer up. Facts. Rose say that is a problem. That's what I can say about Mystical. You already know, man. Like again, and I go back with Mystical to y'all ain't ready though. So I mean that's artist wise, musical wise, man. Yeah, I can co-sign the Mystical because he has some records. And that's for those of us who were familiar with Mystical and like even the Boot Camp Clique. Like, yo, you remember the Boot Camp Clique? This before Mystical even got with No Limit. The Boot Camp Clique. It's the Boot Camp Clique. It's the Boot Camp Clique. Yeah, I mean, come on now. You kids be telling. What are you youngsters talking about? Goodness. Why be killing us? Young Nas, but Nas today ain't got shit to say. I can't technically say he ain't got shit to say today. He do, but is he that hungry 1993 Nas? Nah, I really wouldn't say that. I think if he wanted to be at any time he was in that mode, though, and come out chopping, maybe somebody got to poke him or something. Go ahead, piss Nas off and let's get another hard ass album. Who would be the sacrificial lamb out here to go piss off Nas? Yeah, we get an album out the deal, baby. Come on. FBA Chill Wheel certified. Foundational Black American encompasses all things, and our sole creation of hip hop is another component of this. Anti-FBAs falsely labeling us radicals are placing targets on our backs. And so, thank you. That's a perfect segue into the other part that I'm talking about. With this freaking weirdo right here is crying because people on his top. This guy down here on the right, FBA is dead. You didn't have to put that shirt on, fam. That's all I can say. You didn't have to put that shirt on, fam. But you did, you know. So when people, here's one thing, you shouldn't go in somebody's house and be like, F you. That's probably not the most best thing to do. I think even Fat Joe would be able to tell you couldn't go to the Bronx and do that to him. Right? So why would you think you could do that? Remember the dude that from New York? He thought he could do that and saying they needed to do something to Clarence Thomas's parents, and he needed to be. And black folks, we don't have to agree with Clarence Thomas politics, but one thing you're not finna do is finna to number one, be an outsider wishing harm on anyone from our lineage. Number two, you're referring to the one act that all anti-black racists in America sought to do to Black Americans back in Reconstruction. And to make that, in light of that, I think Fat Joe should take a cue from that guy. There are certain things that you just can't do. And playing about lynching is one of them. You can't go into nobody's house disrespecting them to their face. That doesn't work either. As for Fat Joe, don't know why you would pick a fight with a lineage. That sounds idiotic. Especially this lineage. And what he's trying to do is make it seem like a group. There's no group. The code's the leader. It's just a lineage. So why on earth would you pick a fight with Black Americans? The Freedmen. Those of us who can never, ever, ever be deported. It looks like an AI. Yeah, he was trolling. Yeah, he was definitely trolling. But, you know, he got a little bit of that taste. Yeah. Sage and shout out Melrose Mike. Yeah, shout out Melrose. See, a conversation could be had real quick. Just ask Roland Martin. Have y'all been hearing them do the new thing now? You guys just don't have to look at the big pages, even the small ones. They don't have a lot of followers. You got to watch those too. Really now? We have got folks concerned, family. It's amazing. You know, but hey, again, Fat Joe, remember when you said this?
Comes to Latino MCs, there's none bigger. Now who's gonna tell me that I can't say nigga? Nigga.
And so for that, in closing, let's go back to the opening.
Yeah, he went on there. He attacked foundational Black Americans. He attacked me. Called me loony. Said I was the wackest one, brand Nubian. One point he said the foundational Black authority, or he said whoever those brokers are, right? So that got me to thinking, right? First of all, a lot of people who are not necessarily intellectually astute or intellectually muscular will often resort to, name calling. People of this era love to just talk about their money and, oh, you're broke. And, they try to equate it almost into intelligence, but really it's not. But it got me to thinking, right? Fat Joe has an album out right now. And just like how the Democratic Party kind of expected foundational Black Americans to just support it just because, I think Fat Joe thinks that although he has a gripe with foundational Black Americans, I think he believes that we're going to go out there and support his new venture like we've done in the past. Well, people, I think it's time that we decide who the president's going to be. We decide who sits at the cool table and who doesn't. I feel that all foundational Black Americans should boycott Fat Joe's new album. I believe, and believe all Puerto Ricans should go out and support it. That being said, I'd like to see how well it does.
I see so many people in the chat today. MF Doom, aka PMD. Yes, indeed. Part of that original crew, De La Soul. Yeah. Dan Stuckey. Man, MF Doom. And if you know that, it's funny that you brought up MF Doom. Because you are tuned in to beatzillapdx Officials Weekly Wrap-Up.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
Yes, indeed.
Where's your family from?
You was doing good until you said that dumb shit. You was doing good until you said that. Oh boy. Where's your family from, man? Where your family from, bro? You cast out the bag now. Where your people from, man? Yeah, I know it's a fact, but where your people from, though? Where they from, bro? You ain't never met no people from the South in New York City? Yeah, where's your folks from, bro? New York was the first to go commercial. I mean, what the hell is he talking about? Your folks ain't from NYC. That's not a birthplace of black people. Unless you're the descendants of the slaves that were moved out of there, but then you still would have been in New York. You probably would be more in Connecticut. So again, where is that? What is that in my chat? None of your business. Why can't I even see that over here? Why can I only see that here? Oh, that's the max. No wonder. Yeah, don't spam my chat. I don't even know if everybody, they can't see it. I could see it. But if they're watching on the on the X link, and come on over here, because none of your business often likes to just be seen. For some reason, seen around me. I don't know why this is. Never has anything to say. But, because you're Somalian, right, Nunya? You're from Somalia? Or are you Djibouti? You from one of them Eastern African countries. ABC Latino, like Fat Joe Zempic. Caping troll. Roland Martin was jumping in Jasmine Greenway, aka Freddie Gibbs' girls chat. Really? Rose said he got uncles in Jersey. I mean, have you ever heard of a guy named Frank Lucas? James Brown wrote Down and Out in New York City, but he's not from New York City. He's from South Carolina, by way of Georgia. But he wrote the song for the movie Black Caesar. I was born in New York City on a Monday. Seemed like I was trying to shoes by Tuesday noon. Got a bad cat hit a bad hat, do me a real big favor. Bad cat, hit a bad hat, laying it on real good. It's a time, boy, give me a shine, boy. We're down and out in New York City. Ain't nowhere to be but where you are. We're down and out in New York City. Never, never gonna get that way again. No. Not me. Come on now. My father's side from Mississippi, and we have cousins all through New York and PA. Stop wilding. For real. That's what I was like, where you from, bro? Where's your people from? Frank Lucas, Nicky Barnes, and them. I know. Yeah, not just them. There's even more, dude. Bumpy Johnson. All of those people that you talk about and that are known for repping New York City are from the country, fam. A little young, man. I think obviously to be talking in this league, we grown over here, so we know our history because we lived in these times for a lot of us. So, you know, you might just want to sit back and learn, man. I know a lot of this day and age says, I need to respond and I need to react. But a lot of times you're just going to be loud and wrong because you don't have the right information because you ain't lived long enough. And either you have not been in this country long enough to know the ins and outs and the connections of this country. Coke LaRock, the first MC from the South. Where do you know Coke LaRock from? Is it from the South? Oh, man, it's all that New York that's starting in hip-hop and the hip-hop of New York and the Bronx and the Bronx and the Bronx. Oh, Jesus. Y'all killing us with that. I'm grown. Southern people moved to Harlem. Yes, they did. Not just Harlem. Brooklyn, too. And the Bronx. Staten Island. Queens. Upstate. Buffalo, Rochester, Connecticut. It's not New York, of course, but right above y'all. Yeah, Boston. See, there's a Moorish history in Boston. Did you know that? That trickles all the way down through New York. See, these are things y'all be getting out here overzealous, talking shit and don't really know what you're talking about. You're talking to people who know the shit. Okay? Need you guys to learn that. So foundational Black Americans, you know, you have to get out of New York because that New York shit got y'all like trapped. And I get it. You're probably used to being on the street with 50 people or 50,000 people on one block. But the rest of the world is not like New York. The rest of America is not like New York. And Black Americans do not have the same passivity on white boys dropping the N-word like they do in New York. Y'all get away. They do that shit in New York. That's cool. And we understand that that's a New York culture thing. But it don't travel and you can't come out here west doing that shit. I don't give a shit who you are. You cannot do that out here. People learn the hard way, but I mean, hell, how many of these East Coast cats have came out here and lost their wigs? Because they don't have respect for the difference of what it is. And all of these different places, from the Midwest to the South to the West, is different than New York. And so, New York people, we need you to respect the rest of Black America. I don't know what would make you think that, oh, I'm going to just say this about these Black folks. Fat Joe, this is a lineage, dum-dum, not a group. It's a lineage. Matter of fact, let's just cut foundational Black American off the top. We're freedmen. What freaking cult is a freedman with a legal status? So anybody talking that hate group thing after that, when you know these people got legal status, you're a piece of shit rat. They here to do this and that. Fat Joe talking like an informant. You over here caping for that cop. I'm glad you actually said that, Nunya, because that's the other dumb shit I like to address. FBA is a trademark because Foundational Black American is a creation of the brother Tariq Nasheed. So guess what? If he's going to patent it to put on clothes, that's what you have to do in business. But that does not change the handle of the name or the identification of the name. You got people over here crying about Jesse Jackson's not using the African American. Jesse Jackson did the same thing with that. Kwanzaa and all of these other things. That's how fucking business works. I don't know how y'all get up here and then start pocket watching on this nigga. No, it was a gift from his partner in YouTube, Michi X. Well, we know Michi X isn't a partner. And actually, no, what she did was she patented, what else did she patent? She patented something else, which was weird and trolly anyway, but that's really not how, oh no, Nunya is a tether. So again, understanding how they had that little beef right there. What's funny about the whole Michi X, like she got the whole like white Polish Jewish daddy in the first place. It's funny that you guys actually, she's the black Miss Black to you guys, and then you guys go around questioning other black folks. That shit is crazy to me. Her daddy is white. She's a damn tear, and y'all be walking around. Okay, she can never be around me. I don't know how the fuck y'all trust her. It's just amazing to me. Y'all out y'all damn mind, man. Her daddy is white. Hey, you gonna put your future in the hand and life in the hands of somebody like that? Come around screaming on niggas. I'll do this, I'll do that. No, you won't. You will stay in your lane with that white father of yours because we all 100% us over here. So, you know, there's that. I'm what? You said you what? No, you not. I'm not a DOS, not a Tariq Nike check. Well, we know that. You're Somalian, right? I mean, so we again, of course, Nunya, we know y'all are tethers. I am DOS. I have no idea why you are attempting slanders and defamation. You losing money? How many of y'all be in Tariq spaces and then heard this dude? You a descendant of American slaves? Hey, Nunya, I got something for you, bro. Hey, check this out, Nunya. This one is specifically for you and the likes of your kind. Hashtag hands off our reparations.
You have no rights here. We're not under the empire.
Oh, man. Oh, thank you, Nunya. I needed a good laugh, boy. Somebody needed to come get whooped on. Thank you. I appreciate your time. Oh, ABC876 says, Ro, it's like talking about Crip or Blood, but you're not from LA. Make that make sense. So what now? Where are you from that you even open your mouth on Crip or Blood? Huh? Because just by the fact that you just did that, I know you neither. You're a civilian. Shut up on that for somebody to see you about that. I'm just tell you right now, don't do that again. And again, that kind of tells me that you're kind of young, but you could do shit like that and that'll get you in trouble. Yeah, that blood shit didn't start out there in New York City though, fam. Matter of fact, see, you look young cats don't be knowing nothing. Understand, do you realize that Portland is one of the places where a lot of those New York people have ended up that was on the run that had to leave New York? Coming out west. Then they brought that shit right back to y'all. So you know how y'all got blooding out there? All that bullying y'all doing out there? That came from out here. And no, it ain't all from LA, stupid. That ain't how this West Coast works, bro. So yeah, I'd shut up. I would shut up talking on that. That's like mentioning other folks. You've seen other rappers mention other organizations that they not part of, and they end up having trouble getting pressed because not everybody is an entertainer. Just a word of advice. I've seen it happen. I would leave that alone. I heard what you were saying. I read what you were saying. Did you hear what I just told you? Stay in your lane with that. If you ain't cut from that cloth, stay in your lane with that. Don't go out there doing that. You're doing that here amongst safe company. You might go do that recklessly in another environment and have some trouble with that. You better cut that shit out. Don't bring up nobody's hood that you ain't attached to. That's not the shit we do. He got kids right across the river from me. Matter of fact, when he got shot with Mac Dre, he came over here and was in the hospital in Vancouver. Roll. Thank you. You make it. See, family, when we say this is different, you guys just need to stay in your freaking lane, man. What you know about Cowboy? What you know about Cowboy? Y'all, do you know? I remember, man, when the feds was on him, so they was like, "You better not rap against law enforcement. If you rap against law enforcement, we gonna violate you." What you know about being out here, man? Yo. People tell you about what the West Coast is. I don't think y'all really be believing it. And things are way intertwined. We intertwine with everybody. Down to the South. So that's just the nature of the business, man. And also, when people are giving you good advice about like things to avoid, if you're a civilian, remain a civilian. Because you ain't in that lane, it ain't cool to fake and fraud and perpetrate. And some people would tell you straight up, keep my hood out your mouth, I'm gonna punch you to sleep. I've literally heard a nigga tell somebody that. I understand how you use it. I am just telling you for your own good, you know? None of your business. That's funny comment right there. Why are you a nut grabber of Tariq's though, Nunya? You just be swinging on his nuts. I'm gonna hang around just to sit up here and just give me some attention. I need some man attention. Give me attention. I need attention from another man. Because in Somalia, they don't let us do all of this diddling in public. They frown upon this thing, so let me just go sweat another man in public in America. Please give me attention. Tariq might even see this because it's live on X, so let me see if I can get a rise out of him in this chat. Y'all are pathetic. Man, Tariq is a grifter. 140 people see the comments you are ducking. Right, but I also have all of these people over here on YouTube too. So the people can see them. But you're nobody. So, I mean, again, you're talking to me. This is Beatzilla. I don't give a shit about what you're talking about. Don't y'all remember me? I know I haven't been in spaces in a while, but you know good and goddamn well, I don't give a fuck about you. But thank you for being here. So, again, I get what you're upset at because, you know, you are have this secret moist obsession with Tariq. But this is a Tariq sack grabber. LOL. So Tariq is pretending to be a pimp in Macking game. Okay, let me explain something to you. My brother is, rest in peace, Goldie, who is actually not in the movie, but there. His crew would be that of RP, Charm, and Payroll. And Kenny Red. That was his crew. So if you don't understand what I just said to you, there's some real pimping going on over there. And some people come from around that environment of real stomp down, stomp, send a bitch pimping. So, man, get on out of here with that. And he's already told you he was a Mac. He never told you he was a pimp. Difference between a Mac, a pimp, and a player. You know the difference. Come on now. So, yeah, Tariq he told you he was already been a Mac. Nothing new. So Tariq is a human trafficker. Didn't I just say a Mac? A Mac is a person that can make money in either way using their skills, tools, and fuels. You understand? And I don't know what a human trafficker is, because that ain't a pimp. Because hoes choose pimps. So there ain't no human trafficking nowhere around there. That's a pimping and hoeing thing. Y'all on that white people shit. And that ain't the game, baby. So again, I know there's some people be like, oh, okay. So he's a grifter? No, you're just a tether. And this is funny too. I want y'all to see this, family, because at the end of the day, you know what these tethers' problem is? And for all of you over on X who are watching right now, January 21st, 2025 is your special day, because we are celebrating National Deportation Day. Hashtag fire up the jet.
Happy birthday, we're celebrating you today. Like Dr. King holiday, we ain't gonna do any work today. Happy birthday today, it's your beautiful day. And we gonna party all day, like it's a freaking holiday.
Oh man, I really could stay here roasting you tethers like all day long. And Nunya, it's been a pleasure. I appreciate it. Again, like I said, I just needed something. It feels good every now and then to just beat up on a sucker, and you showed up right on time. So I appreciate you. Macking equals grifting, fraud. Explain macking in detail. No, you bitch ass fig. Get your punk ass out here asking such a stupid ass question. Weirdo. Beatzilla don't do that. You ain't none of that. Stop that, liar. We've heard your voice. Ain't no American sound like you. Oh my goodness. Whew. Oh man, this has been fun. This has been fun. Thank you everybody for tuning in right now. And for Fat Joe, Nunya, and all of the Fat Joe supporters that don't understand Fat Joe is only talking because he sold his soul and he has to carry the soap for the powers that be. And we are the target of the powers that be. So he has to come out and Black Americans and this. And then people like Nunya, see this guy right here, he's upset because his people are about to be deported. And so he's upset that, damn, you guys affected this so much. I thought I could just troll you and have no recourse. Guess you thought wrong there, Nunya. Because Nunya might not be here too much longer. He gonna be over there angry typing the FBAs from Somalia or in the mud huts over there in Djibouti, looking for some soap to wash off that cheetah pee. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but all I can tell you is your leeching days of foundational Black American freedmen are over. And so, none of your business says, I am DOAS, dummy. That's another thing. Shay Pierre, the Haitian, the Haitian person. Oh no, tetherism is not rooted in xenophobia at all. Because first, to be a phobia means fear. You're a bitch. Nobody fears you. You don't show your face. You're a pussy. What would fear? Where's the phobia part about a dude that should be in a skirt? I don't understand. Nobody know. And a bunch of other people who won't buck at all because you're afraid to be deported. No, all of that shit you say to us is crazy. But that's why you're going to have to get the fuck out. I am FBA. I am FBA. I am ADOS. I am ADOS. No, please don't deport me. I am ADOS. I am FBA. No. I am not a tether. Oh, no. Hey, Nunya, when's your birthday? January 1st? Right. So anyway, family, thank you for being in attendance this afternoon. Thank you, Nunya, because it was a pleasure, because otherwise I probably wouldn't even had to really go hard at the tethers. But since you're here, you absolutely made it enjoyable. Because for those who don't know, hey, I'm beatzillapdx. This is the beatzillapdx official show. This right here is the weekly wrap-up. And this is the place to where we actually give a damn about Black empowerment and absolutely do not give a shit about whiny ass pocket watching tethers. But you should care about your... But Malcolm X was about Pan-Africanism.
I think you're right there. I would not limit our employment demands to Negroes. I would include Puerto Ricans and other minorities throughout our country, which have been similarly discriminated against, though not for so long a period of time as Negroes.
Puerto Ricans weren't enslaved. Yeah, this is a problem that stems from slavery. And this compensation, yes, sir, this compensation is coming to people who were enslaved by the white man for 400 years. The Puerto Ricans don't even fit into this picture.
Well, they do fit into it.
No,
the
problem is the Negro problem. They're not lynching Puerto Ricans.
If a dark-skinned Puerto Rican went down to Mississippi, he probably would be lynched too.
As long as he Spanish, he wouldn't be lynched.
No, they don't.
It's the Negro here, and as long as he can speak Spanish or some other language, or if he ties his head up with a turban or something, he can go anywhere in Mississippi or in your home that he desires.
You're not aware of the fact, are you, that African students have been arrested in our demonstrations in the South?
When they
speak French.
When they have been mistaken for the so-called Negro in America, they've been arrested.
What I'm saying is...
And there is the words of Malcolm X. Puerto Ricans have been trying to get in the back door of Black benefits for a long time. That's not closing the door. Has nothing to do with xenophobia. Delineation of flat Blackness has nothing to do with xenophobia. Focusing on our freedman status and our lineage is no hatred of any other group. What you're coming from and what everybody else keeps doing is coming from a place of entitlement. That you believe you should be able to get the exact same benefits as we do. And then with reparations, you believe you should be included too, because you fled your homeland to come to this country for a better life. Or in Fat Joe's case, fled his island to the mainland for a better life. And then he jinxed the Yankees and they lost the World Series. But at the end of the day, we really know why Joe is out here doing this. Because he thought that he had the backing of the Democratic Party. And that when Kamala got up there in office, they would just keep reinforcing this rewriting of Black American history with this fake, phony, cosplaying, non-Black woman who couldn't even come out and greet her supporters when she got lambasted in her election and had all them people sitting out there in the cold for 6 hours and couldn't even involve herself to come out there and address them. Nah, man. Nah. And so for the people who have hedged their bets on the establishment, on the open border policy of the Democrats, of the flood the zone against foundational Black American agenda, hey, none of your business. You and all of your ilk and everybody else that doesn't understand. Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. Let it fall. And let us rise. Can you dig it? And also understand what they're upsetting. Because as Babylon falls and we rise, they will be as settled dust. So we have to understand what the future looks like. And it's going to be a lot of fat Joes realizing that things is closing in on them because the powers that be break their tools. This man has an album out right now that nobody is checking for. And then he goes further to disrespect the lineage. Well, anybody who thinks that he deserves our support after doing such a thing, well, I speak for myself. beatzillapdx official. The beatzillapdx official show. Those of my supporters and subscribers in the chat, the grassroots, and the voices of new Black media. I think I am safe when I say I speak for all parties involved when we proudly dedicate this song to you.
Get up off of that cocaine and get up off of that crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back.
Rose, yeah, you said something right there. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Fat Joe on the New Year's Eve party with Ryan Seacrest. Mark it down. I said that. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Mm-hmm. That was such a stupid comment, Nunya. Hip hop don't help no school to prison pipeline. Boy, they don't teach you nothing about America before they let y'all in this country, huh? It's not how it works, man. I'm American. Don't know shit about how America functions. I'm American. Cut it out, liar. Anyway, y'all can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at beatzillapdx. You can email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And if you feel so inclined to put some money in the bucket, you definitely can by way of CashApp. $ beatzillapdx. And we also have PayPal, which is Zilla Muzak. ZILLAMUZAK at PayPal. And of course, you can come join this channel and become a member. If you're watching on X, get on over here, because all of these videos do not get streamed on X. Only a few do. So if you want to see this content, you have to come over here to the channel and subscribe. That's beatzillapdx official on YouTube. And with that being said, again, remember, hashtag hands off our reparations.
You have no rights here. We're not under the empire.
Yes, 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 indeed. For those of y'all who are co-signing Fat Joe and this is New York culture.
Buck dancing, shuffling, scratching, bootlicking, bamboozling, Uncle Tom Negro.
Yes, indeed. All right. So let's get over here. Thank you, Judah Queen. I appreciate that. Let me get to these members. So we do this good roll call before we get out of here. Let me get on up here. Where are y'all at? All right. All right, we're going to do that member roll call before we get up out of here. So salute to all the members and thank y'all for being members of this channel. I greatly appreciate it. So we have Dark Skin Brother in the building. Yes, indeed. Salute to you, my brother. Moonrise, Tia to you, Afro Troop TV, Muff Moon, Phantom Beat, Iron Will, Project Leroy, Church of Black Power, Go Mac, Lady Effa, Crew Reality Grand Niggas, Simply Sandra, We Next, aka Dark Skin Brother, Cult Like Personality, Antithesis, Judah Yisrael, Key Prince, Faith Speaks Life, and Black Spider. Yes, indeed. I appreciate each and every one of you. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on each and every one. And so, with that, we are getting ready to get out of here. Hope you guys have a good rest of the week. You know, Nunya, you keep hopping in my chat and like, I hope y'all see over there on X, this guy just loves attention. And he's like, you guys remember Bobby Jones? There's a lot of these people. I guess X is kind of the place where you could do it when you're not actually a content creator. So you have to find things to latch on to. That's why I say like the Bobby Jones thing. So again, this being and having, you know, some eyes over there on X, he's bombarding the chat over there with shit and acting like somebody needs to pay him some attention. Again, Nunya, this is Beatzilla talking. You know I don't give a shit about what you're talking about. Defamation only sways weak mind to continue ad hominems and all of that. Yeah, miss me with all of that. I don't, none of that shit mean nothing to me, man. Again, you're I don't even understand. What can I even classify you as? I don't know. You're just a new kind of brand of idiot. I guess I could say that. You're a new brand of idiot. So I don't know you. You don't know me. I know you are a fucking dummy that always come around my shit over here hanging on and then want to always be on stage and not saying nothing, wasting time like you with me. So for all intents and purposes, this weirdo nigga right here, I don't know. And I'm glad that you said that. Thank you for putting that out there because I don't know this fool. But what I do know is that he's a weirdo, dick riding, pocket watching son of a biatch that always wants to hop on somebody's shit, talking shit about FBAs and never showing his face. So get your bitch ass on, nigga. Like again, I said, Beatzilla motherfucking PDX. And your ass is a bitch. Have a good night, Nunya. Because people say, oh, we ain't responding. Y'all hear me? Y'all see me on X responding to this hoe? Yeah, Nunya, show your face and shut the fuck up, man. Anyway, y'all have a blessed weekend. Y'all keep, it's 100. Thank you for giving me the count. I appreciate that. See, so 146, see me roasting this bitch. Anytime you want it, Nunya. Because I open spaces and you never sit up there and challenge me when I have the mic right there for you. So shut up, fuck boy. You had the opportunity many of times to open your bitch ass mouth to me, and you refused. You sat on stage and sat silent. So stay silent now, nigga. Hoe ass nigga. Always doing that shit. That's why you see him. But thank you for the count. Appreciate that, bitch. Now, like I said, family, because of weirdos like Nunya, y'all got to be on your P's and Q's. Keep your head on a swivel. And always remember to keep your 3 smooth stones at the ready and your slingshot nearby. Because there might be some Nunya business that needs to be dealt with. Because we got too many weirdos out here that sit up there and do all of this weird shit. Hide behind these, and then they be out here swatting folks and doxing people and all of that. Yeah, you don't see no Kool-Aid over here, punk. So stay in your lane and go wash off that cheetah pee. Now, for the rest of y'all, again, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all of you. And again, Nunya, I appreciate it because, again, I very rarely ever get to just go hard at somebody. So I appreciate you for being the chump to come here and get this tongue lashing. I greatly appreciate that because every now and then, you just need to cuss a bitch ass out, and you were the perfect sucker to come up here and get done that way. Thank you. Because I've always wanted you to open your whole ass mouth on my stages and you never would. You just sit there quiet and then you start popping up in all other people's shit because you's a bitch. But so when you actually have the opportunity to say something to me with your chest, you keep your mouth shut. That's who this nigga is, folks. So all of this, he ain't answering me. Shut your bitch ass up. You have plenty of time to talk to me. You had plenty of time. Judah Queen, do you see this boy lying? I've never been on the same stage as you. Roll. Crew. Do you see this weirdo? This is what third world refugees do. They lie like it's really easy. I mean, especially when I have videos upload. Oh, that's right. That stuff's in the members area. So, hey, Nunya, we know you full of shit. There's videos in my members area with your face on my stage, bitch nigga. Get your punk ass out of here. Get your punk ass out of here. The fuck you don't. Willie D said it very much. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Willie D said, gotta let a hoe be a hoe. You don't run nothing here but your fucking mouth, boy. So again, thank y'all, man, because again, sometimes we just got to cut loose, and today I think we did that. I appreciate it. So again, for the real ones, unlike this nigga here, and since I still have so many people here, just one more time for the one time. Hashtag fire up the jet.
Happy birthday, we're celebrating you today. Like Dr. King holiday, we ain't gonna do any work today. Happy birthday today. It's your beautiful day, and we gonna party all day like it's a freaking holiday.
All right. So with that being said, oh yeah, that's all they could do is look for attention from other dudes, by the way. That's not questionably moist. FBA for the win once again.
Teach your man how to squabble. Get that trigger next time, nigga.
Y'all stay black, stay vigilant, stay alive. Black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all. Have a blessed rest of the weekend and enjoy hearing that homegrown, homemade trap music from the author of it in the first place. Have a great weekend. And to all y'all sucker biters of our culture, too bad for you. See ya. Peace.
When you know who Satan is,
Yes, sir.
you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth.
Yes.
See, that's what you throw.
Yes, right, right.
Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.